Have you ever wondered what will happen to your family if you passed away? Especially if you are the breadwinner of the family. I know we don't like to talk about dying, but let's face it, it can happen at any time. You could get in your car and get into an accident, or you could get hit by a bus. So in this video, I am going to talk about a worthwhile yet overlooked strategy that needs to be part of your financial planning, especially if you want to ensure that your family's lifestyle does not change for the worse when you pass away. Life insurance is more than a policy. It's about ensuring that your loved ones have the financial support during one of the most difficult and challenging times of their lives. So really having life insurance means you are not only planning just for your life, but also for the well-being of those that you are unfortunately leaving behind. So it's kind of like a selfless act of love and responsibility when you think about it. It's really about the debts being paid, college funds for children, and also providing that financial cushion that allows your family to maintain their standard of living. Now, so I want to answer some questions that typically come up when it comes to life insurance. The first is, what is life insurance? So really think of life insurance as a safety net that pretty much catches your family when the unexpected happens. Now, many of the times, most people kind of see it as a complex subject, but really at its core, when you think about it, it's pretty much an agreement. What it is that you pay premiums to an insurance company, and in return, they provide a lump sum, which is known as a death benefit, to your family or the beneficiaries upon your passing. So there are different types of insurance, life insurance policies. We have a term policy, and then we also have what we call a permanent insurance policy. So for example, when you think of term, think of it as temporary. It's like you're renting an apartment and it's set for a specific period. And sometimes it could be for 10 years. You could do it for 20 or 30 years, depending on what you want. So it's really ideal when you want to cover something for a short term. Whereas a permanent insurance is like buying a home. So it's truly yours for life. And it can also build what we call a cash value over time. Now, there are different types of term insurance, which I talked about, and then there are also different types of permanent life insurance. So for the permanent, we have either you could do a whole life policy, you could do a universal life, or you can even do a variable life. Each one really offers different benefits and flexibilities. So truly understanding these different nuances can help you and whoever you talk to tailor or fit these to your financial objective and lifestyle. But I will explain on each one in other videos, but it's really vital that you choose what you want based on your long-term financial goals and not anything else. So the next question that comes up is usually, okay, so what kind of insurance do I need? Well, what I can tell you is that really calculating the right amount of coverage is a balancing act. What you really want is something that is enough to ensure, your family's financial needs are met when you pass away, but you also don't really want to overpay for unnecessary coverage if you don't need it. So some of the factors that I would say you could consider would be your current income, future income, potential of existing debts, and maybe also future obligations, like if you have kids and they're thinking college. And then, of course, you also want to think about your funeral expenses. So maybe, for an example, a father of two could opt for a policy that covers his mortgage and also his children's education, as well as a comfortable living standard for his spouse, ensuring really his peace of mind and also his family's stability when he's gone. So the next question is usually, okay, so how much do I pay, or what are my premiums? So premiums, or how much you pay, is really influenced by factors such as your age, as well as your overall health and, the lifestyle choices that you have. So let's say, are you a smoker? Are you a heavy drinker? And the type of policy that you also choose and the coverage will really determine the amount that you pay. So we say like younger, healthier individuals typically enjoy lower premiums. So it's really important to remember that life insurance should be part of more like a long-term plan, right? So therefore, consider how maybe your premiums might also change over time as your situation changes so that you can plan accordingly. And as always, the best time to really buy life insurance is now because, premiums are generally cheaper when you're younger, but they do increase with age and, change in health conditions, which is expected. All right, y'all. So let's talk about some benefits of life insurance because I know I've given you a lot. But the benefits of life insurance, they really extend beyond the death benefit, which is the lump sum that your family gets, right? So for instance, certain types of life insurance policies, like the permanent ones, they come with what we call a cash value component. And this cash value, if your policy is structured well, it can really grow over time. And this can be a game changer. It could serve as an emergency fund if things come up. It can even supplement your retirement income, really depend on how it's set up. And additionally, life insurance can also offer, there are tax benefits associated to it, like the tax-free death benefits. And in some cases, you can have a tax deferred growth of your cash value. And for business owners that are on your, for those that really have that complex financial situation, I would say like life insurance really can play a strategic role in your business's continuity and estate planning. And it can be used to fund what we call a buy-sell agreement, which I can talk about in other videos. And it can also provide like liquidity for your estate taxes, ensuring that, the legacy that you built when you were alive is managed according to your wishes when you're no longer here. Now, these are my favorite questions and things to address when it comes to this. So obviously there are some common misconceptions when it comes to life insurance, and I love those. So I want to address some of these and simplify it as well as I can. So many people believe that life insurance, is too expensive or it's unnecessary for young, healthy individuals. And typically my response to that is that, life insurance, it can be affordable, and getting it when you are young is actually the better option because you can lock in lower rates. And additionally, options like a term life insurance can be surprisingly affordable, even if you're on a tight budget. So yes, life insurance is not just for those with, families, and a lot of things happen. And single individuals can also benefit from it, especially to cover debts, like any debt that you have, and also funeral expenses. Now, another common misconception is that life insurance through work is always sufficient. It's good, while your employer is providing life insurance, it's amazing. It's a great benefit. But what I say is that it may not be enough to cover all of your needs and expenses. And typically these end when your employment is terminated or when you leave. So it's really wise to consider an individual policy which can help supplement the coverage that your employer is given and also can ensure continuity. So the final question then is, okay, so then great, this is awesome, but how do I choose the right life insurance provider? Now, typically the choice of provider, I say, should be made with careful consideration. Do your research, right? Look for a company that has a strong track record of financial stability. So, you want to make sure, this is very crucial, right? Because you want to make sure that they can pay out the claims in the future when your family or beneficiaries are going out. So in my experience as well, I think customer service and also the ease of managing your policy is super important factors to consider when you're looking for a provider. And compare different providers and policies that they offer, because then this can really help you find what is best fit for your needs, your goals, and also your budget. Now, I want to encourage this, I highly encourage you to do this because life insurance isn't a set and forget it, part of your financial plan. It's really, really something that should evolve, as your life evolves as well. So make sure you're regularly reviewing your policy to ensure that the coverage that you have aligns with the changes, right? If you got it when you're single and then you got married, all those different things are stuff that you can consider. If there's a birth of a child, if there's a career advancement, right? So you really want to do that. So keeping your life and your life insurance in sync really, really ensures that the policy that you have serves its intended purpose, which is, first, obviously protecting your loved ones and also giving you that cushion that you need along the way. So remember this, guys. Be proactive when it comes to protecting your family's financial well-being. What you really want to do, I would say, take the first step today in evaluating your life insurance needs. Do you have life insurance? If the answer is no, consider different things, explore all the different options that are available. And I know a lot of people are unfamiliar with the advantages of life insurance. And I highly, highly, highly encourage you to get your questions answered. So if you do have questions and you're like, hey, I got these and I need to know, feel free to reach out. Just click the link in the description. We can set up some time and we can chat. And, no strings attached. It's just to answer any questions that you might have. And that's pretty much it. So I'm grateful. Thank you so much for watching this video. And remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell to get alerts when new videos are posted.